Hello everyone. In this video, I will show you how you can generate a professional dashboard from your Google Sheets data using Google Apps Script and your favorite AI assistant. You can easily share this dashboard with your team by simply sharing the generated URL instead of the original Google Sheet. Since you deploy this as a web app, it can be viewed seamlessly on any device. Before we dive in, why is this better? First, it's completely free. It runs entirely on Google servers, so no subscriptions are needed. Second, data security. You share a link, not the spreadsheet file, so your raw data stays safe in your Google account. Third, total customization. We are generating the code, so you can tweak the colors, layout, and logic exactly how you want it. And fourth, it's a real web app, a deployed URL you can share, not a static image.
To get started, you only need two things. First, your data in Google Sheets. Make sure it's clean. Row 1 must be your headers like date, sales, region, and importantly, no merged cells. Your data needs to look like a standard, clean table. Second, an AI chatbot. Gemini, ChatGPT, or Claude will work perfectly.
To build this dashboard, we'll leverage a hidden gem within Google Sheets, the Google Apps Script. Access it by navigating to Extensions and selecting Apps Script. Don't worry about coding. We'll use our AI chatbot to generate all the necessary code. Let's rename the project, say, Sales Dashboard. Delete any default code. Now we need a good prompt to get error-free Google Apps Script code. Don't just ask the AI to make a dashboard. We need to give it technical constraints. Pro tip: don't ask the AI to build the entire dashboard at once. Request your app script code step by step to ensure accuracy and easier debugging. In this prompt, first I ask the chatbot to act as a Google Apps Script dashboard expert. This means I want it to think like someone who is very experienced in building dashboards using Google Apps Script. Next, I explain the tasks I want it to perform. First, I ask it to analyze my dataset and recommend the most suitable charts. This helps ensure the dashboard will show data in a meaningful and easy-to-understand way. Then, I ask it to build a fully working interactive dashboard as a Google Apps Script web app. For this, it must use Google Charts for visualization and Bootstrap for styling and responsiveness. After that, I define some technical requirements. I ask it to use the bound script method, so the script is directly attached to the Google Sheet. I also require separating the project into multiple files: code.js, index.html, javascript.html, and css.html. This keeps the project organized and easier to maintain. Next, I require using a server-side include function. This allows combining multiple HTML files into one main interface. I also ask to normalize all data on the server side, including dates, numbers, and Boolean values. This prevents data format issues in charts. Another important requirement is making sure charts load correctly without silent errors. This improves reliability and user experience. Finally, I specify the output I want. I want a brief explanation of the charts, I want complete working code, and I want simple deployment steps that even a non-technical user can follow. You can copy this prompt from the blog post linked in the description. Insert this prompt into your preferred AI chatbot. For this, I'm using the Gemini Pro model. Select the Canvas feature. This is available in ChatGPT also. The AI can't write code without knowing your data structure. You have several ways to provide this. If your AI supports it, use the Google Drive option to select your sheets, as I am doing here. If you can't link it, download your sheet as a CSV file and upload that directly. Or copy 5 to 10 rows of your dataset and paste them directly, or provide a screenshot of your dataset. Submit your prompt. The AI will generate 4 separate blocks of code. It also includes brief explanations about the data analysis and chart, as well as instructions on how to use the code. Look at the instructions carefully. They may contain the expected name of your datasheet in the Google Sheets workbook. Copy the given name. Go to the Google Sheets workbook and rename the datasheets accordingly. If a name is not given, the code will expect the first sheet of the workbook to be the datasheet. Now we need to create 3 more files in our AppScript project. Go to AppScript. In the Files tab, click the plus icon and select HTML. This will create a new HTML file. Name this file Index and delete the default code inside it. When naming the file, make sure it matches the AI chatbot's response exactly. Pay close attention to uppercase and lowercase letters because AppScript is case sensitive. Next, create another HTML file and name it JavaScript. Remove the default code from that file as well. Finally, create one more HTML file and name it CSS and delete the default code inside it.
Now let's add the code to each file. Go to the chatbot and copy the entire content for the code.gs file. Then paste it into the code.gs file in your AppScript project. If you did not remove the default code earlier, make sure to delete it before pasting the new code. Next, repeat the same process for the index.html, javascript.html, and css.html files. Once everything is added, save the project.
Now it's time to deploy the project. In Google Apps Script, deploy means publishing your code as a live working application. It turns your private draft into a shareable link, an add-on, or a web app. To begin, click the Deploy button in the top right corner of the Google Apps Script editor, then select New Deployment. This will open the deployment dialog box. Next, click the gear icon next to Select Type and choose Web App. Enter a description in the description field so you can easily identify this deployment later. In the configuration settings, set Execute As to Me, then choose Who has access. You can select anyone or anyone with a Google account, depending on your sharing needs. After that, click Deploy. If this is your first time deploying the project, you will need to authorize the script to access your data. Click Authorize Access, then click Continue and follow the authorization steps. Once the authorization is complete, you will see the URL for your web app dashboard. Click the URL to open and view your dashboard.
Now we have our dashboard ready. In just a few minutes, we turned raw data into a professional and shareable web app. The AI analyzed our dataset and automatically created different types of charts based on the data structure. This is a fully responsive web app. Unlike a dashboard built directly inside Google Sheets, this version can be viewed clearly on any device, desktop, tablet, or mobile. Another important advantage is that this dashboard is directly connected to your Google Sheets workbook. Whenever you update your data in Google Sheets, simply refresh the web app page to see the latest changes instantly reflected in your charts.
The first output from the AI might not match all of your specific requirements. You can develop this dashboard iteratively, piece by piece. For example, let's see how we can add filters to the interface. I will let the AI determine the most suitable filters for this specific dataset. Let's go back to Gemini and enter the prompt, "Please add some drop-downs to filter the dashboard." The Gemini canvas updates its code blocks automatically as you request modifications. The output states that it has updated the HTML layout, CSS styling, and JavaScript logic to handle the new filtering functionality. Next, copy the updated index file and replace the existing code in your AppScript editor. Repeat this same process for the JavaScript and CSS files. Save the project. We need to redeploy the script to see these changes in action. Go to the Deploy button and select Manage Deployments. Click the pencil icon to edit your existing deployment. In the Version drop-down menu, select New Version. You should also update the description field to track your changes. Click Deploy. This will generate an updated URL for your web dashboard. You can see the AI has added 3 filters to the interface. Let's test them one by one. The dashboard updates dynamically as we adjust the filters. Thank you for watching.